I'm Aham Tariq from SkillCurb, and in this video you'll learn how to use Data Build tool with Google Cloud BigQuery to transform data. The Data Build tool is a CLI tool for running transformation pipelines, testing, and documentation in your data warehouse. Each stage of your transformation pipeline is called a model, and it is defined in a SQL file. It can help you tame massive data and simplify building complex data pipelines. The Data Build tool allows us to build ELT pipelines, which are a bit different from the classic ETL pipelines. In this approach, we can load data into the warehouse and transform it later. Because the data is first stored in the warehouse and then transformed, we don't lose any information from the raw data during the transformation. BigQuery is Google's serverless data warehouse offering, which is one of the easiest and most user-friendly data warehousing platforms out there. The first step of ELT pipeline is the extract and load. You have to load the data into BigQuery before you can do the transformations using the Data Build tool. For this lab, we'll use a public dataset from Google Cloud Storage to extract data and load into BigQuery. Then we'll apply transformations on it using the Data Build tool. The transformed data can be analyzed using several analytical tools. So let's get started with the lab. The first step is to log into your Dbt and Google Cloud accounts, then generate a service account in Google Cloud account. Then create a new Dbt project and connect to the Google Cloud project using the previously created service account. Then create a new BigQuery dataset using public datasets, run SQL query on the dataset using Dbt, and finally view transformation on the BigQuery console. First, go to getdbt.com and sign in if you already have an account, or create a free account. After signing in, go to Account Settings and select the Developer Plan from the Billing option, as this plan is free. Now go to console.cloud.google.com and select your project. Go to APIs and Services from the navigation bar and select Credentials. Click on Create Credentials and select Service Account. Here we have to give it a name and select a role for it. I'll name it Dbt Query Demo and then click on Create and Continue. Now select the owner role for this project. Now click on Continue and then Done. It will create a new service account. Click on the name of the new service account. Go to Keys. Click on Add Key and create a new JSON key. Once you click on Create, a new file will be downloaded to your system. This is the key to your Google Cloud Service account in JSON format. Now go to Library in APIs and Services and enable the BigQuery API. I already have it enabled. The next step is to create a new Dbt project. Go to Account Settings and create New Project. Click on Begin. I'll name it Dbt Cloud Demo for BigQuery. Click on Continue. Select the BigQuery data warehouse. Rename the database connection, then click on Upload a Service Account JSON file. Upload the file you created. It will automatically fill out most of the fields. Then go ahead and rename your dataset. I'll name it Dbt Demo BigQuery. And then test the connection. Once the connection is successfully tested, click on Continue. The next step is to connect to your GitHub account. Click on GitHub. Log in and authorize. Now you need to create a new repository. I'll create one with the default settings. I'll name it Dbt Demo 1 and then click on Create. I'll keep it public. Once it has been created, the next step is to connect to it. Go to the DBT profile settings, integrations, and then click on configure integration. Here you can allow read and write permissions. You can select one or all of your repositories. I'll select the one I've just created and then click on install. Go back to your project page and click on start developing. Now click on initialize your project to initialize the empty project. It has automatically created all the sample necessary files needed for this project. Click on commit to commit the changes of project into GitHub. You can observe it from the GitHub account. Let's go to the GitHub account. We can see the first commit here. Now go to BigQuery console from Google Cloud account and create a new dataset in your project. I'll name it Dbt Demo BigQuery. Go back to Dbt Project and create a new branch so that we can modify, add or delete files. We have two model files and a schema file in models example folder. Model file is basically a SQL script. First model file contains a definition of the Dbt transformation. It will materialize the transformation as a table. The second file contains an example view definition which refers to the previous model. The schema file provides additional information on how to prepare the model. Run the dbt run command. The first model is created as a table while the second is created as view. Let's go and find them on BigQuery. Now go back to dbt and open the project YAML file. We'll rename the project name and write the same name under the models field at the end of the file. Make sure to write exact same names in both of these fields. Now if you change the materialized field to table instead of view, both models will be created as tables. Let's run the dbt command again and observe the results. We can also see the two new tables on the BigQuery console. Public dataset available in the Google Cloud storage. We'll be using the Medicare dataset which contains information about the inpatient and outpatient charges. Now we will write and run a query on this dataset. The query we're writing is a very basic example of transformation where we are extracting a few columns from the table and renaming them. We're also applying sum over sum of the columns and finally grouping them together. Now let's run the query. A new table is formed as a result. Now let's save the new result table inside our current project dataset. We'll name it new table. Export. We'll now apply the same query using dbt. To apply this query, let's make a new SQL file in the models directory. Using dbt, we can easily extract data from any dataset present in the BigQuery and then we can apply one or more transformations on it. We can see the new table formed upon executing the dbt run command. We can also preview the new result table in the dbt console. We can see the result in the BigQuery console also. This table is materialized as a view. We can change this view into a table very easily with the help of dbt. We just have to write the configuration statement on the top of the SQL query in dbt. We will change the value of materialized from view to table. Execute the run dbt command and observe how it has created a table now. This is how easily you can apply transformation on any dataset present in the BigQuery using dbt. That will be all for now, but here's how you can delete a project from your dbt account. Go to account settings, select your project, click on edit and then click delete. Also, don't forget to delete the BigQuery dataset you created as it is a billable resource. I hope this lab was useful for you. Please leave us a comment to share your experience of using this tool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.